Hey there, I know this is a really weird camera angle, but I wanted to demo some stuff at the sink, and I couldn't think of a safer way to do this. So my camera's at one end of the counter, and my sink's at the other. I've taken my watch and my rings off so I don't lose anything down the garbage disposal. And I'm going to just get some warm water running in the sink. Try not to be too inefficient with my water. That wouldn't be very good for the environment. My favorite product probably in the body line is Satin Hands. It's something we've been known for a very long time. It has an emollient, either a scented or unscented sugar scrub, and then a scented or unscented, I hit myself in the face, hand lotion. So depending on whether you like fragrance or not, you have options. Along that same lines, they birthed a body care line, which includes a Shea wash, scrub, and lotion. I presume this is primarily for your shower, but if you just really love the product, now you have a full-size version of the scrub and the lotion. And the body wash is actually very nice. It's a fairly light scent. It's not too heavy. And when you're done, we have our Satin Body Shea cream, whipped cream. This is very, very nice. It's a body butter, basically. And if you're not into Satin Hands, I'm going to stop that for a minute, but you do need extra hydration, we have an extra emollient night cream. This is what I call the older sister to Satin Hands. It's very similar to the emollient. It's probably just a slightly different formulation. Some people say this was what the old Satin Hands emollient, I mean, they're practically the same thing. They both kind of come out opaque. They're soy-based, don't panic. It's not petroleum. But this is great for overnight treatments if you have really crusty hands, like you work with your hands. My mom gardens, so she's always getting calluses. I sometimes actually put this on my hands or my feet, and I put socks on my feet and gloves on my hands, and I go to sleep with the emollient on. It's a really nice treatment overnight. Along the same lines, we have the Mint Bliss Foot Lotion. This is something I love to give away just because it's something everyone can use. And after a long day being on your feet, it's a nice little treat. And if I have time, I will talk more about them. And I'm going to focus on the Satin Hands, but it's summertime coming up. So I want to mention, while we are right now reformulating our sunscreen, I don't think we have anything in the catalog available. But we still have our After Sun Gel, which is this blue gel. It's non-aloe. And it's really nice. If you can put this in the fridge or your cooler when you go to the beach and it stays cool, it'll be extra soothing, especially if someone gets a sunburn. I don't recommend getting a sunburn. And we have, before, the Subtle Tanning Lotion. This works with the melanin in your skin, so it's not going to turn you orange, but that takes time to develop. It takes like hours, multiple days. If you don't have time, but you need a tan in a rush, here's a little cheat. Take our Targeted Action Toning Lotion and put that on your skin, and then blend in the deep, or if you're a little lighter, you could go back to light to medium CC cream. It gives you an insta tan. It'll wash off at the end of the day, but at least you'll have something that makes your skin, like your arms or your legs, look a little tanner, which tends to look a little thinner. It could almost mimic pantyhose. We can nickname that Vegas legs. But I'm going to focus right now on Satin Hands, because this is something I would think everyone should try. When we used to do in-home sessions with groups, this would be how I'd break the ice. I'd have everyone come to the sink and tell me their name while they were putting the stuff on. I'd walk them through the steps, and I'd find out something fun about them. So something you might not know about me is I used to ride a motorcycle, not like on the street, off-road, and it was primarily something called observed trial. I didn't ride that. My father did, but the intent was that the bikes are slower geared and they're designed to not go super duper fast, but to go through the equivalent of an obstacle course, but on a motorcycle. Pretty cool. It's very interesting to watch. And another thing that I have known, I know how to use power tools, which may or may not excite you, but it's good to be very handy. I'm not very, I need my parents and my brother and sometimes other friends for certain things, but I can do quite a bit myself. I know how to, put a picture up. I can put a little nail on the wall, or I can drill something and hang up something. So for the most part, I have pretty good skill set. So I'm going to use the unscented or fragrance-free today. And I want you to try to see, it's a sugar scrub. Now don't worry, you don't have to eat it. I would never use this on your face, it's too coarse. But it's nice because it's just a gentle scrub. And it's going to melt when the warm water touches it, which is why I turned off the water. I didn't want to get too hot. So you would put this on, the emollient first, then the scrub, and then you'd rinse off, pat dry, and add the lotion. But if you want to do something kind of fun, like a pedicure treatment for yourself, put on the emollient, you put on the scrub, you'd heat up a towel in a microwave, wet towel, wrap it around your feet, put your feet in a little plastic shopping bag, and then sit for 15 minutes and let the steam melt the sugar off your feet after you've already scrubbed dead skin off. Then you rinse, pat dry, and add your lotion. And it's really nice because it helps get the coarse stuff off your feet. Now, if you're really stumped on how to get the coarse stuff off, you've used an emollient and or hand lotion or foot lotion, and it's just not hydrating. It's probably because you didn't get enough dead skin off with the scrub, but you don't want to get too heavy duty or you'll, hurt yourself. I found out recently another off-label thing you can do, but I'm not going to show you because it takes too long. Our glycolic peel, which is a gentle chemical peel meant to peel off just dead skin. If you put that on your calluses of your feet, it's like when you go to the nail salon and they put on the callus remover, right? So you're basically doing the same treatment, but on your feet. I would not do that in the scrub on the same day. This would be 2 different days. So maybe you do the scrub in the shower and then you do the glycolic peel another day to get off the remainder that you missed. I don't like the idea of using anything that looks like a cheese grater or potato peeler on my feet. I have a pet egg for the really dry stuff, but I don't want to, really hurt myself. So I stay away from sharp, pointy things. So my hands are like baby butt soft now. You can't feel it. Just gotta trust me on this. But just for fun, I'm going to show you guys the body butter. Oh, this stuff looks gooey and creamy. And yeah, the reason is it was on its side, so it settled down. It's a little thicker. It's really nice, extra nourishing. I don't know if you're seeing me do this. I've actually learned this from a friend. When I worked a mall job briefly at Bath & Body Works eons ago, like when I was a teenager, that don't use the side of your hand because it absorbs all the moisture, gooey goodness, and then there's nothing left for the back of your hands, but it's the back of your hands that really get dry. And they're the ones that indicate kind of how old you are, how thin the skin is, how elastic is it. You want your skin to be as pliable and healthy as possible because that helps prevent injury. When you bump up to something, you don't get a cut, you maybe get a bruise instead. But you don't let germs in because you don't have an open wound. Now, again, you can't smell it, but just so you can see the consistency, this one's almost empty because it's mine. It's green. There's a camera. I gotta remember where my camera is. So it's kind of a light mint green. You would not want to put this on your face because there's mint and you might get a reaction, but just as an example, it's a thinner lotion than the Shea cream and probably comparable, maybe not as thick as the Shea Nourishing Hand Cream. And I would say the Silkening Shea lotion, it's probably in the same realm or a little thicker than the, I'm trying to find a spot I haven't used yet. Yeah, it's a little thicker. So as far as like thickness of lotions goes, it's sort of like Mint Bliss, hand lotion, body butter. Now again, can't see this because the camera's aimed to, I'm not Vanna. I will never be Vanna. This is the order of thickness you would find in these lotions, but we do have varying density. That's the word I'm looking for, density of lotion. So if you really need something a little more oomph, and as I said, if you really need to go the overnight treatment, this is great. Now the Shea scrub, very similar to the body scrub. I mean, it's in a cream, but it's a scrub. Just trust me on that. Whereas this one is suspended in something very similar, actually, to our hand soap. I'm going to transition to this for a minute. If you have not seen it, we now have a hand soap. It's kind of like the base for this without the scrub. And what's nice is our satin hands last through several hand washings. And I would say that you obviously would want to wash with our soap. And it's at my sink, as you can see. But the thing is, the lotion, the hand lotion, I should say, lasts through several hand washings. But it's always good to have a gentle soap. There's no colors, no additives, no fragrance. This is great for anybody. And we have a hand sanitizer, which is in my purse. I forgot to grab it. It's a spray bottle, and it's also Shea infused, so it does not dry you out, which I think, when you think about it, is great because alcohol in the sanitizer to kill the germs is going to dry your skin out, because that's kind of how the action of killing the germs is to dry out the surface. But you need to give a little moisture back. So that's sort of nice to have like the hand soap and lotion, and when you're on the go, you use the sanitizer and the lotion. So what I did, somebody gave me this idea, was put the soap, sanitizer, and lotion together with a roll of toilet paper, and we were calling it the Rona Bundle. I'll show that to you guys later, all wrapped up and cute as one of the Mother's Day gifts that I'll be promoting and offering to my clients. Actually, I already had someone order 3. She's got women in her family with a really good sense of humor. And if that doesn't work for you, I have something a little lower key called the Pamper Me Bundle that includes like the Mint Bliss hand lotion, and I'm trying to remember, the eye patches, the hydrogel eye patches, because those are really great for like hydrating. And you may have seen pictures of me in them I think I demoed them the other day briefly when I was talking about skincare, but I was going so fast you might have forgotten. But since I've got time, I'm looking at my watch. I will show you the 2 different ways to give yourself the tan I was joking about earlier. Now this one you won't see right away, but I'll try to post the before and after I did last time I demoed this a couple weeks ago. And be aware, this is best applied with something, not your finger. I don't really have I usually use our mask applicator. I don't have that handy. So I am looking for the cooking equivalent, which is a silicone spatula. The idea is that you don't want to get this stuff on the thicker part of your skin or it will kind of leave a darker color. So I'm going to put this on my driver's side, right where the watch tan is. So that way, later on, you can tell if it's really changing the color because the watch tan will disappear. Now, this is going to take a few hours. It's not going to happen instantaneously, right? But I want you to remember it's on the watch side. Now, I'm going to use this. I can use my hands for this one. The body lotion. Notice I have this kind of freckle here. That'll be a good point of reference to see how much darker my skin gets. So I'm going to massage this body lotion in. And don't mind the hair on my arms. I'm Italian. That's just the way we roll. I mean, I had some of it laser hair removed, but I'm like, I don't want to sit there and be bald either. So this does great because it's really designed to tighten and tone. So if you got like the jiggly arms or the jiggly thighs or the jiggly butt, I got all 3. That's what this is geared towards. But I just like that the cap locks because you don't want to have a cap open and it leaks everywhere. That's no fun. So as I am putting a little bit of this on, I might use a spatula for this too because this is darker than my skin tone, as you can see. And it's going to look really dark at first. The nice thing about our CC cream is it does adjust to your skin tone. Just pretend this is a mask applicator. And I have to blend it. And sometimes you mix the 2 together. That works better. I thought it was better to just put the lotion on first so that your skin, you know, it's the CC cream blends more evenly. And again, I don't want to stain my clothes, so I'm doing it down low on my arm. But remember that freckle? Look at how much it's disappeared. And it's not like it's super duper, oh my gosh, she is wearing brownish color on her arm. It sort of looks like I got a little too much sun while sitting on the porch. And I can continue to do that even on the less colored part of my arm, the underside of my arm. Maybe that'll be a more effective demo. And I can wash this off later today. So it's not like I'm stuck with this weird color on the middle of my arm when I go to the post office to deliver some packages. I don't know if you already saw, I posted a little pick a box giveaway. My Mary Kay anniversary was this March. My business is now 10 years old. I know, I can't believe I've been doing this for 10 years. It's amazing. I actually love what I do. So for me, the time has been flying by because I've been having so much fun. And the thing I think, you can't really do this like a spray gun because the stuff's too thick. And you can see here certain places where you got to be careful about accumulating. Yeah, on the back side of the arm, it's a little more obvious because I never get any sun there. And this is my passenger side arm, so it never gets, like I don't hang out the window or anything. So granted, I would be doing a little bit better job with the blending. It's a little hard, that transitioning point there, but you can see, if I did this on my whole arm, I'm not orange. More golden brown, but not orange. And you can definitely see where it stops because I stopped blending. Darker side is a little more subtle because the side gets a little more sun. So that's the CC Cream and Toning Lotion. I was doing a product of the week a week or so ago where I made a bundle out of that. And I had the Targeted Action Subtle Tanning Lotion as a different product another day that week. I think I did the Hydrogel Eye Patches. But I changed it up because my VIPs get bored otherwise. So for me, if you're in my VIP group, you know what I'm talking about. I don't do that all the time. I have just been pushing for a really big goal. I don't know if you've ever wanted something so bad you wanted it more than breathing, but this year I am close to hitting a really big goal. Our company doesn't require you to sell things, but if you want to get a discount and you want to be successful and make a profit, you kind of need to sell things. Well, I've been doing this for 10 years, and I'm at the point where I've almost sold $40,000 of retail product this year. Not quite there yet, so I'm working on it. But I've decided if I started offering a deal every day, there's a chance that someone might go, hey, yeah, I've been meaning to try that. So that's why I was offering a product of the day in my VIP group. I didn't want to be all salesy on my personal wall, and I don't think anyone actually looks at my business page. So I wanted to be sure that, you know, where people actually wanted to shop, people wanted to hear about the products, that's where you go. I've posted the link before. I can always post it again. I usually do a tutorial on Tuesdays. I do giveaways at least once a week, if not twice a week, product and or other things. And throughout the week, there's like some games, there's humor, there's some beauty tips. It's not just Mary Kay all the time. I couldn't stand that, and I don't think you could either. So my hope was that if you're interested, check out the group. It doesn't cost you nothing to be part of the group. I send you a welcome pack of samples that you get to play with. We can work out like a little virtual mini session for you and me just to, you know, get familiar with each other and the products. And if you really have fun, then you're more likely to want to host a virtual group session. Nobody even has to show up at your house. It's all virtual right now. And I can send samples to your friends and we can kind of do something similar with them. 30 minutes or less. I'm not talking a long time. I don't want to eat up your whole day. And it gives you a chance to earn some free product, which I don't know about you. I like free stuff. So personally, I think that's a great deal. I don't think I want to try to jump in the shower and demo the body products. That would be a little weird. And I know I'm probably about halfway through my block. I didn't have a ton I wanted to show you today, so I might step off a teensy bit early. But once in a while, somebody actually comes on live and watches, and I appreciate whoever that is. If it's the same person, I can't say. But if you are interested in doing like an Ask Me Anything, put comments in the video, and I will see if I can address them the next time I come on live. And I hate to just throw away 15 minutes, so I will say this. Never in a million years would I have thought what I'm doing now would be what I'm doing now. I used to be a lab tech. I used to be an administrative assistant. I did all these traditional jobs. And what started out as a way to get a discount right before my wedding, right before I was laid off before my wedding, I never knew that this was going to be my salvation. It was going to make me feel like, oh, well, the world can't come to an end. I still got this. It was a plan B at the time. It was just a little something fun for me. And I don't expect that everyone's going to be like, oh, me, I want to be a consultant. But if you're curious, that can be some of the questions you ask in an Ask Me Anything. It doesn't have to be about products. If you want to know about the Pink Cadillac, yeah, they exist. Yes, I'm planning on earning one. No, I don't have one yet. I'm actually working on, it's a Chevy Malibu. It's the tier that the consultants can earn. Yeah, consultants can earn cars. Ooh, right? And then there's a few tiers above that. There's a Chevy Equinox and a Traverse, then the Cadillac, and then a Cadillac with the bonus row. It's called Cadillac Plus. So there's lots of little levels to win at. You're not stuck with one car. And if you don't love the car, there's a cash option. Did you know there's a cash option? Like, I think people forget to tell that to their clients. And I think that's kind of cool. One lady went and got a Land Rover instead. She lived in Alaska. And it makes more sense, you know. Another lady wanted to get a BMW. She had earned a Cadillac, but she really wanted a BMW. So she got herself the BMW with the cash she made every month that they pay her in lieu of taking care of the car payment. It's like a company lease. The company is leasing the car from the manufacturer, and you're getting to drive it. And you can write off your mileage on your taxes. So win-win for everybody, right? And I also thought, well, my car's getting old, starting to fall apart, but I wouldn't want to sit there and go, hey, we're going to have a sale to help Kristen earn a car. I'm going to sell $5,000 worth of products so I can turn around and put a down payment on a used car. That's not glamorous. That's not fun. But what I found is when you build a team in Mary Kay, and I'm not talking recruiting warm bodies or suckering people into something they don't want to do. People who really do want to make money on the side and want to learn how, I'm capable of teaching. And that's the thing. I'm looking to teach. I'm not looking to sell. I already sell enough. That's proven. So if you're looking for someone like me who's easygoing, who's fun, who's willing to listen, and is comfortable trying 3 different ways till it makes sense. Some people can only teach one way, you know what I mean? I will be willing to work with you. And because we don't have any territories, if you're in California and I'm in Massachusetts, I can teach you virtually. I'm operating virtually right now. I can't have any people in my house yet because I've had my first COVID shot. I haven't had my second one yet. My husband hasn't gotten his yet. I have cats and people are allergic. And Massachusetts is still recommending voluntary isolation so long as the numbers are still up. And I live in downtown Boston where I'm near all the hospitals. That kind of puts me in a red zone, or at least a yellow zone. And I wouldn't want to ask someone to come from like out in the suburbs into the city and put them at risk. So for me, working virtually has been a wonderful option. We've been able to do it for years. We just hadn't figured out the best way to do it until now. And I have a fully stocked store. I was preparing for the siege last year when everyone was stocking up on toilet paper. I was stocking up on hand soap and hand sanitizer. Like, I knew. Now I just need printer toner. well, whatever. I'll live. That's what pen and paper are for, right? And virtual flyers. And that's the thing. I've been finding I've been able to send people an invitation. I mail them samples. We have this session on the computer. There's no mess. It's really easy. No vacuuming, no putting out food for your friends, no finding a babysitter, no worrying about having to take the dog out. Everybody can figure out a way to fit 30 minutes of their day for something like this. And you want to be in your jammies, you want to be in slippers, you want to have a glass of wine, I don't care. Go for it. It's the most relaxed and comfortable I've had helping people figure out how to wash their face, take better care of their skin, and have fun doing it with their friends. And then there's the one or two people, usually not all of them, but one or two people go, wait a minute, I want to know how much you made. Can I do that? Is that something that I could do? Like, I can do this. Anybody can do this. But yeah, why not? I mean, the worst thing that happens is you spend $30 on the e-start kit, you change your mind, you have a whole box full of samples, the means to run credit card processing, and access to the Mary Kay website so you can, sell product online. You'd make your $30 back in a heartbeat. Your investment is all set. Like, seriously. Most of these things, you invest money, and then if you can't change your mind, you can't get it back. That kind of stinks. And even our starter kit's only $100, and that's the bag with all the stuff in it, like $400 worth of product. Now, you have to decide when you first sign up if you want to do e-start, the bag, or both. And then there's this bonus bundle for $45 of extra samples. That's a really smart move. I wish they had that when I started out. I wish they had that sample pack available to me as a consultant, but it's only for the newbies. What I think is kind of neat is for under $100, you can get your business up and running. The website's good for a year. The credit card process isn't good for a year. You're basically paying half price on those. It's ridiculous how much the company is taking a loss. But they realize this is an opportunity people can use to benefit their families. If you want to work a few hours a week on the side while you're taking care of your family, while you're working your day job, while your kids are at school, hybrid or in person during the day, but you work Saturdays on the computer when they're watching cartoons, do it. It's totally doable. And I'm more than happy to show you. I have an amazing director. She's a national sales director, so she's paid her due. She's worked her way all the way up. No one gets hired in the middle. We're all start at the beginning with a kit and a dream and usually no clue. No, I'm kidding. But the point is, you don't know what you need to know when you get in. I don't know how to sell. I still don't know how to sell. I just say, hey, this is great. I like it. You should try it. What do you think? And then they try it and they go, yeah, it's pretty good. Can I have it? Sure. How much? And, that's it. It's sold. I don't really think of myself as someone who's that creepy, aggressive salesperson. But obviously the products are good, and I'm a decent person, or people would not be buying from me. And the fact that I am there and I don't disappear and I stay in touch and I send a birthday card and I like to send jelly beans and hair scrunchies and pens and little thank you notes with the packages. Sometimes I wrap it up like it's a birthday gift, even when it isn't. Because why not? Who doesn't like Happy Mail, right? Everything else is bills. So I've just found the way to have joy in my work, and this is my full-time gig. Crazy as that sounds. But I love it, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And I'm just about out of time, so I'll talk to you guys later when we're talking about Mother's Day gifts. Bye!